Today, we have something brand new to show you guys and share. We have a brand new map, available only on PTS, the private test server. This is going to be live, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. We have the longest yard, for those of you that are Quake veterans, DM17. This is a very unexpected addition to Quake Champions. Let's just have a quick run through. We'll take a look at where all the weapons are, where the items are, and just some of my basic initial thoughts on how you want to play this map to secure victory. First off, let's get started by covering every weapon that spawns on the map. The longest yard is interesting in that it does not have the nail gun or the lightning gun available. If you start down here, we have this big teleporting ring, which we will cover later. Our first weapon here, machine gun, easy peasy. This map is symmetrical, so we do have the exact same weapon over here in this alcove as well. Super shotgun. If you take that first lift there, then we come up the second lift here. We have super shotguns way up high, able to rain down from above. And you're still so close because this map is so small that your spread is not completely terrible. It's pretty reasonable that you're going to hit 4, 5, 6 pellets on most champions and still do some damage. So, of course, machine gun would be preferable, but you're so close range. Shotgun is not the worst thing in the world. Nail gun does not appear in this map. I have one because I chose the starting nail gun. This deals half the damage of your normal nail gun. If you really want to have a nail gun on the longest yard for whatever reason, you're going to need to spawn with one. You cannot find one on the map. If someone spawns with this gun and dies with it, remember, you can't pick it up off their body. You have to choose to spawn with this weapon. So, make a note of that. The starting nail gun is not really a chosen weapon at this current time in the Quake Champions metagame. So, you're not generally going to see these around. So you can really throw people for a loop by attacking them from weird angles or limiting spaces, limiting their movement through the air with nails, and when they may otherwise just not be used to dealing with that. So that is something that you could do. Is it particularly good? Probably not, but hey, it's always worth trying. Next up, tri-bolt. If you take our center lift here, you take this back one pointing towards this tall tower. Take this one here, that'll lift you up to our tri-bolt. Rocket launchers, as we've seen, spawn on either side. The left or right lifts will take you there. The center one can also get you there if you hit it with sufficient enough speed. Back here on this lift will take us all the way to our quad damage, which we will have a look at a little bit later. But down here, you have a singular lift, which will launch you all the way off the side of the map to our railgun. Some people may think, wow, this is a little bit OP. You know, you only have one small path to attack the railgun from. And this is a very safe space, right? You're so far away from rockets, it's really easy to dodge rockets on reaction. You can see a rocket fired from up there and just simply step off to the side, not die to it. But keep in mind, this is a very small area. It's a very small panel. If you're busy trying to like rail someone back and forth, you're trying to dodge rockets, it's very easy to just fall off. Very easy to accidentally fall off the back of that platform. So be careful. You don't really want to stay there for a very long time. Even if you don't end up falling off, you end up learning this platform well enough that you know where the back is, you don't fall off of it, there's no cover here. And think about it, everyone and their mom is gonna spawn, wow, that armor is off-centered. Everyone and their mother is gonna spawn with a machine gun when they play this map. Everyone is spawning with a machine gun. You're not spawning shoddy, maybe you're spawning shoddy, but you're probably not spawning shoddy, or if you do, you're rushing down there to get a machine gun. You're probably not starting nail gun. You're gonna, well, you're just gonna die to machine guns if you stand out there. So you want to get there, get your railgun, maybe take a couple of shots and get the heck out, because you are a very big target with no means of escape, nearly no means of dodging. You have to take these lifts to get off, and man oh man, that's putting you in a very predictable arc through the air. You're very easy to shoot. One railgun could spell your demise if you take too long on that little island. But that'll cover all of our weapons. Again, remember, no lightning gun here either. So you do not have that. You do not have the starting nail gun. Or rather, you do not have the super nail gun. You can only get a starting nail gun if you choose to spawn with it. So be careful of that. Be aware of that. And that's the whole map. It's very small. It is very condensed. We have lifts everywhere that take us from left to right, up and down. We have teleporters here. There is one here, and one up there. You can barely see it, but there's one up there, I promise. All of them exit right here. All 3 of the teleporters exit right here. So that'll get you right to your heavy armor. Now you may be thinking, oh hey, wow, look. There's a mega health right up there. So what if I come through the teleporter and immediately rocket jump? Surely that'll get me both items, right? And it will. And if you're fast, you'll make it all the way over to there and to get the quad and then come back down. And that's really cool. But if you're just a little slow, if you're just a little bit slow, if you're not breaking a solid 800 UPS when you make that rocket jump, you're going to splat right on that wall. You're not going to make it. You're going to die, and you're going to be very, very sad. You're going to be the saddest ranger in the arena. So this is something that you're going to want to practice a fair bit. I've only done it for maybe 5 minutes, and I've gotten it somewhat down, where I make it maybe 50% of the time. I'll make that jump right. But it's more of a spacing thing. This is more of a spacing kind of thing. You have to see there, and I messed it up there. You have to get the spacing on your jumps just right. So what I mean by that is, if you jump right before going into this, like if you land here for your last B-hop before going to the teleporter, you're gonna land a little bit too far forward when you have sufficient speed, and you're not gonna have a chance to even rocket jump on this lip. You're gonna be going over it by the time you have by the time you're ready to jump a second time, right? So like you'll just miss the platform and you won't get that rocket jump off. I guess is a better way of saying it. You're gonna go so fast, you're gonna fly past the platform if you jump too late. Whereas if you jump too early, you're going to hit the ground hard and soon, and you'll be able to get the mega, but again, your speed is going to be really, really messed up. You want to try to hit that teleporter at the end, or rather at the apex of your jump. You want to hit that teleporter at the apex of your jump. Kind of something a little bit more like that. At low speed, you're either going to miss that mega like I have, or you'll just grab it and then land at the platform down below. Alternatively, you hit it just right, going high enough speed, you'll make it all the way up here. I, of course, did not. But it is something that you can do with plenty of practice. Get that primary circle jump off just right, get your strafe jumps just right. You can get that heavy rocket jump up to mega, make it there, and live. As you saw, it is possible. But hey, I've only practiced this for like a couple of minutes, so I'm not quite a pro at it myself just yet. But it is something that you could do. But even the smallest mistake will spell your doom on a map like this, so you need to be very, very careful. Finally, we have our power-up spawning all the way up here. The only way up there is either a Ranger Dire Orb or the lift. That's about it. You can fire through these grates, but be careful so you don't knock yourself off like that. Generally speaking, you're not going to want to try to shoot down through those, but shooting up through them is going to be much more possible. It's going to be a lot easier to shoot up than it is to shoot down. So that's another one of those places where you maybe don't want to stand there for too long. You don't want to peek that ledge with a rocket launcher because people are just going to splash you right off the side. Thanks to how splash damage on the rocket launcher works in Quake Champions, that is the thing you're going to have to deal with. So again, you probably don't want to camp up here, just like you don't want to camp out there. You want to hit those areas fast and get right back to the regular action on this map. Now, one thing that I have been very excited about since I first saw this map is how about CPM champions? Surely you're limiting yourself by playing in such a vast open space as a CPM champion, or I'm sorry, as a non-CPM champion. You're surely limiting yourself by playing as Ranger. You're limiting yourself by playing as Visor to a small extent, a very, very small extent. So what happens if we pick something like Sorlag? What cool things can we accomplish? Well, these vertical lifts don't change a whole lot for you. You still kind of just get launched in a predetermined path, and it's not super great, right? There's not a whole lot special that you can do off of these as a CPM champion. However, these new lifts, these special launch pads, I don't know what the special, brand new name for these is going to be, but whatever you want to call them, these are fun because they don't launch you in a predetermined path. All they do is just set your speed to a really high value. And they kind of vector you a little bit. They do vector you a little bit. But most of all they're really doing is just bumping your speed up really high. So you can air strafe off of those and do really, really interesting things. I really wish that these teleporters would maintain your momentum. I really wish they would maintain your momentum better. It might just be because I'm playing a CPM champ, because I could have sworn that when I played Ranger it worked better, but I guess I can just test that really quickly while I have you guys here. But either way, cool things can be done with CPM champions. I have not even begun to crack the seal on what CPM champions could potentially do on this map, but I feel that there is a lot of potential for them to do really interesting things. Nope, even Ranger still. You hit that top lift and it just kind of shoots you straight up. There's really almost no point in hitting it unless you're trying to get Mega. If you're not grabbing Mega, I would kind of avoid that lift, honestly. That seems just not so great. One cool thing Ranger can probably do here, yeah, you can put your orb on one of the lift pads, so you can have some really janky movement that way with Ranger. So Ranger will be a very solid pick for this map as well. Just because, I mean, come on, Dire Orb is going to be used for so much mobility on this map. You can go wherever you want very, very easily. You know, you don't have to rely on these lifts to move where you want to go. You're going to simply throw an orb and just wait for a little while for it to get there and then teleport. You know, you can... I could do this. I could shoot an orb, rocket, teleport, you know, and I'm here. Like, I can do really cool things as Ranger. You can also rocket jump there like that and do that. That was probably really fast. I can try and do that again, but one cool thing that, I mean, any champion can do this, but, you know, we'll just do it with Ranger because why not? If you hit this lift, or that one, doesn't really matter. You can rocket jump there and just barely manage to make it across to your tri-bolt. So you can cover the entire map horizontally very, very quickly. And then, of course, as you saw, you just hit your lift, and you're up to your power-up. Easy. Really cool stuff. Then what you can do, if you want to be really tricky, let's actually try it before we even say it. Let's just show it off and see if we can even do it and make it work. Oh, God. Please, no. Okay. So what if we were to do something like this? Obviously very exploratory, but you see the idea there. You throw the orb on your teleporter. You can fight someone somewhere else. Teleport to the orb. You can either come out early and land on the platform, or you can come out late and be down there and then rail them again. So if someone's like up here or on the opposite side and you're fighting, whatever, it's gonna be really awkward for them to deal with. It's like, well, is he gonna be there or is he gonna be there? It's gonna come down to a timing thing, what kind of weapon they have, yada yada. It's a small little idea that's kind of brewing in my head as I just look at this map. But there's gonna be interesting stuff here for sure. Rocket jumping off of any of these platforms seems to almost not really be possible from my limited testing. It's just like, you get maybe a little bit of damage, a little bit of boost, but just not what you want. It's not like other maps where if you have a lift, you can rocket jump on the lift and propel yourself very far, very fast. Like, especially this center round set. Like, I have not once been able to actually damage myself with a rocket to boost myself when hitting the lift. If it's possible, I haven't managed it. So, it's just one of those things to keep in mind. Like, this center lift will get you wherever you want to go, but just be careful. You don't want to hit this top middle one unless you're sure you want Mega and you want to grab it the hard way and not from rocket jumping off of your heavy armor. So, it's just, this map is going to be difficult. It's going to be a lot of railguns. It's going to be a lot of machine guns. It's not a bad thing. It's a different thing. This will be very fun if you are playing Instagib. This will be a very fun Instagib map. This has shades of Titanfall, shades of Lawbreakers written all over it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm not actually sure if you can, like, rocket jump up there from here. I want to say you probably can't. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. So really, rocket jumping on this map is going to be a tough sell for a lot of people. It's going to be a tough sell for a lot of people. The main points you would do it, I'm not even trying to think, like, where would I want to rocket jump here? Like, I could rocket jump right here to there, but I have this lift. Like, why bother? That lift is going to be faster, throw me into a better arc, and not hurt me. So why would I care? I can't rocket jump from here to there. It doesn't really seem to be much of any rocket jumping potential on this map, except for the two that I've shown you. It really seems like the only ones that would do anything of value are this. Ah, damn it. But you've seen it a couple times already, but it seems like you only have a couple of options. You just come across here. Well, you get the idea. Doing that. And I mean, that's like really it. I mean, you could do the rocket jump from heavy to mega. Like, that is a thing you can do. That is a possibility that you have, but I'm still just not convinced that it's like it's super good. Like, it requires a lot of setup, and you need to hit it just the right way and with just the right amount of speed to make it like particularly like strong. So I'm not really sure if that's even going to be like a viable rocket jump, because like I'm struggling with it. I've only tried for a few minutes, but still, just seems like maybe not the most replicable thing. Because see, you do that, and then you're not going fast enough to make the whole journey. Like that's been my issue the whole time, is like you just can't make that entire trip across. We'll start like without a rocket jump off the wall just to see. Yeah, like I'm not going anywhere near as fast, and again, I'm just gonna plummet to my death. So you need to hit that going very fast. You need to have a lot of speed coming through that teleporter in order to hit the rocket jump right off the exit here to get both items. It's possible to do and live and land up there, but the setup is tough. The setup is tough. But anyways, I think that'll just about do it for the first little look at the longest yard here. Thank you all so much for coming to watch. Hope that you've learned something new. I hope you're as excited as I am for this map to be launched in the full version of the game coming very soon. I do not have a release date for you, but soon TM. It is on the way, I promise. Look, it exists. It's here. It's real. It's a thing. I will try to get some gameplay for you guys. Maybe we'll post a little bit of a gameplay, just, you know, whatever, just pulled from stream. Some cool match I end up getting at some point. I'll post that up for you guys so you can see what it looks like in action as well. And yeah, guys, that'll just about do it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.